I want to welcome you to tonight's City Council meeting for the City of Columbia Heights for Monday, July 27th, 2020. Let's start the year over again. I need to call to order in a roll call, please. Nicole, do you?
Councilmember Viskans.
Here.
Councilmember Williams.
Here.
Councilmember Mergen.
Here.
Councilmember Mitzi.
Here.
Mayor Schmidt.
Here. If you're able, please stand and join us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'm reading a statement about the Governor's Executive Order 2011. On July 24, 2020, the Governor's Executive Order 2081 went into effect stating that Minnesotans must wear a face covering in indoor businesses and indoor public settings. There are some exceptions to this requirement. Number 1, item 8A, individuals with a medical condition, mental health condition, or disability that makes it unreasonable for the individual to remain a face covering. Item 2 is items 10C. When testifying, speaking, or performing in an indoor business or public indoor space in situations or settings such as theaters, news conferences, legal proceedings, government meetings subject to the open meeting law such as our city council meeting, Minnesota Statute 2019, Chapter 13D, presentations or lectures provided that social distancing is always maintained. Item 3, item 10H from his order, when communicating with an individual who is deaf or hard of hearing or has a disability, medical condition, or mental health condition that makes communication with that individual while wearing a face covering difficult, provided that social distancing is maintained. Because of these exceptions, it is requested that all speakers please remove their masks when talking into the microphone so that your message can be heard by residents and staff who are participating in the audience and for those watching online. All attendees should be respectful and apply social distancing whether they are wearing a mask or not. Thank you. So, for City Council, if you are speaking.
Is that your request or is that the?
No, that is the governor's mandate.
The governor wrote that? You
Yes.
said you have to take your mask off when you're speaking into the microphone at a meeting?
The request is to take your microphone, your mask off when you're speaking into a microphone so people can understand what you're saying.
Did Governor Walz write that?
I don't have the.
Yes, was from page 3 and 6, I believe.
No,
It's
I
from
have
his
that.
Executive Order 2081, I did read it.
fine, I can read it later, then we'll see.
Our mission statement, our mission is to provide the highest quality public services. Services will be provided in a fair, respectful, and professional manner that effectively address changing citizen and community needs in a fiscally responsible manner. Item 4 is approval of agenda. Can I get a motion to approve the agenda unless there are any additions or deletions at this time?
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Councilmember Biskins, second by Councilmember Nowinski. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. Item 5 is the consent agenda. These items are considered to be routine by the City Council and will be enacted as part of the consent agenda by one motion. Items removed from consent agenda approval will be taken up as the next order of business. And we have our city manager, thank you, Kelly Bishwa.
Thank you. Item 8 is approval of the City Council meeting minutes of July 13th. Item B is Resolution 2020-55, accepting $1,570,091 as the federal coronavirus relief fund that's passed through the state of Minnesota to the local government entities. Item C is approval of purchases. There's a list of them in your agenda using the coronavirus relief funding. Those include EOC technology upgrades, turnout gear for our fire department, vehicles, sanitation systems, and those are to assist with social distancing, remote work, and virus protection. Item D is a consideration of the approved list of rental housing applications in your packet. Item E is approval of the business license applications, also in your packet. And item F is a review of the bills totaling $1,977,211.37.
Okay, if there are no questions from the council, could I get a motion to approve?
So moved. Second.
Motion by Councilmember Merjen, a second by Councilmember Davinsky. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you.
Thank you.
Next item is City Council Administrative Reports. Report from the City Council. Do you want to start?
Sure, I was able to go to the recycling center on Saturday and help out, so once again, good job to the residents that bring a lot of stuff in. Keep up the good work, and next time you're there, order some peaches from Kiwanis, because they're available now.
I have nothing.
Yeah, I think that we had our city received almost $1.5 million on this one bill that the government passed here for the state of Minnesota. And I think that we went through it last week, the different things they wanted to spend in the city. But I really believe we should spend considerably more money on businesses, and maybe most of it on trying to get Hy-Vee here, because our people in our city really want a grocery store. And how we do it, I'm not sure. We give 25-year increments of tax financing. Maybe we should give most of that money, or a good part of it, to Hy-Vee to get them here, because people want a grocery store like Hy-Vee. That's what I really want to talk about.
Though that money actually has to be strictly for COVID items.
This is COVID items.
Yeah, sorry.
And Hy-Vee had that, didn't they? And they still chose not to build. Yeah.
So far.
Yeah,
Councilman Biskins?
Yeah, I again was weeding and watering at the Blooming Sunshine Edible Garden in Lomiaki Park. I attended the online Metro Council Housing and Economic Development Committee, and I also attended Columbia Heights School Board meeting last week. One of the items they discussed was the police liaison position. No decisions were made, it was just a discussion. And that's it.
Did they discuss school openings or
No,
when they're gonna make that decision?
they didn't say.
All right, last week was a meeting week for me, several Zoom type meetings. I had Metro City Policy Committee on transportation and general government, and then also meetings with city manager and police chief. And then I had to go back to the Metro City Policy Committee. And then also for the Joint Law Enforcement Committee was also held last week. And there's several of us that were at the swearing-in ceremony for Officer Alexander Barrett. It's nice to see somebody come up through the ranks and start out young, and now to see him actually take that step where he's an officially sworn-in officer. It's nice to see that from somebody who's worked hard. Next item is report of the city manager.
Thank you, Mayor. Just a couple of items. One, Councilmember Williams mentioned business grants, and that is something that the council did discuss when talking about the coronavirus relief funds, and that's something we'll be rolling out later in August. We're coming up with the rules and regulations for that now. Aaron Sherpick, our community development director, is working with Anoka County on different, and all of the communities within Anoka County on the regulations and how to structure that. So stay tuned for that, and Anoka County will have their own separate type of program as well. And we'll be rolling all of that information out on websites, social media, back at this meeting. Hoping at the August 24th meeting at the latest, so. Also, we need to schedule a council meeting on August 14th for the canvass of elections for the primary. Looking to do that in the afternoon if the council is free for that meeting.
Which day is that again?
It's Friday, August 14th. Is there a time preference?
I may not be here.
Oh, okay.
Out of town.
Do you have any time preference? You're the one that usually works. Are you working that day? 2 o'clock? 2 o'clock?
2 o'clock sound good?
What day of the week is that?
Friday.
Friday?
Friday, August 14th.
That's okay.
All right. And that is all that I have. Thank you.
Thank you. Next item is the report of the city attorney. We have privileged to have our city attorney here. He's
I have nothing
Looking-
to report, Madam
looking
Mayor.
good.
If there's any questions, I'll answer them, otherwise I'll go sit down and keep my mouth shut.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And the last item is item to adjourn. Can I have a motion to adjourn?
Second.
Motion by Councilmember Biskins, second by Councilmember Nedinsky. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We are adjourned. Thank you.